And I just said it was for Shade. Now, look at this. Okay, sorry. Look at this. You know, when I'm quoting someone, I'm using both single quotes and double quotes. And this statement, I want it to be a string on its own. So if I say double quote here now, and then double quote here, if I say print start, if I say print start, you can see invalid what syntax. So in this case, because I have both double quotes and single quotes, I will need to use what? Triple. This is 3 already, have you? One more. Let's just. So triple, I need to use triple. All right. So if I run this now, sorry, it's still not 3. It's 3 now. Okay, 3 now. So if I run this now, it will be, so it will give me exactly what I wanted. Sorry, this should be 4 because why is it? Okay, let's not put here. It's 3. So if I run this now, remember it will now run all this inside, right? Because it contains single quotes and what? Double quotes. So this is very important. We note this as well. Very, very important. Very, very important, right? Wait, that's okay. So then white spaces is meaningful in Python, especially indentation and place of new lines, right? So I've talked about new lines. This is /n. No braces to mark blocks of code. Use consistent indentation. So the first line with less indentation is outside the block. The first line is foundation start with less. Often a colon appears at the start of the new block for functions and class. So more of this will be talked when we are talking about functions and classes. But before that, let me just explain what we are saying. So what this guy is saying now. Remember when I was drawing with code the other time, if I draw this now, what is he saying? Look at the error he's saying. Indentation error. So it's just like what you have in SQL or anywhere. Every program comes with a comment, an error message, right? Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry guys, I lost my network. Can you hear me, Abed? I lost my network.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so notice what happens there. Because I put a space before print, it's saying indentation error. Simply, no magic. Indentation means space or tab. So if I tap this one, if I enter tab, it will give error. Because what this is saying is that why are you putting a tab here? So in Python, every space have meaning, right? If you are putting a space, it has a meaning. So it's either if you only put space for print, maybe you are talking about a function, you are dividing a function, or you are dividing a class or something. That's when you, because this indentation means I'm still okay. So this, remember subquery, right? In Python, sorry, in SQL. Remember subquery when we were discussing subquery. Have you all even finished all the SQL videos? And who has finished all those videos on SQL? No one. So meaning we hello, no one. So meaning we see our backlogs of SQL self.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one last video that is left for me.
Okay. Out of Faraday.
I'm not.
Okay. Baba is busy with Forex and big man that wants to venture into data. Into data. That's good.
I need the network.
What of Michael? You are not done too? Okay.
Yes, yes, sir. I sent a message last week.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you said. So,
Yes, sir.
because I was talking in that video, I was talking about subqueries and all that. So, okay, let me use this. I want to use a scenario. Now, for example, you have department. I mean, in a department, you have, let's say, okay, let me just use organogram. You have manager, you have team leads, and you have members. Now, if I'm still talking about money, if I'm still talking about, let's say, Microsoft is the company. Anytime I'm mentioning the manager or the team lead, everything still roots down to what? The Microsoft. So in Python, if I put a space, what that is saying is that I'm still talking about the parent statement up. So, but in this case, there is no need for any parent. There's only in defining functions and classes that you talk about parents and the whole. So indentation error that's why it's trained by attention error, because it's not supposed to have a space. That's why you see this attention error. This is what this is. So your code must start from the beginning, and that's why that is trained an error. So if you check what it says, so that's basically what this white spaces and indentation is talking about. So it throws error. So be mindful when you're writing your code. So you can see the first line is less indentation is outside of the block. The first line is more indentation start and nested. So this is just talking about the hierarchy I was talking about. The first line, the second line, if it's still a parent to a child, indentation. So we'll use this when we're starting about class and function. Although we also use this when we're talking about the loop, the for loop, the while loop, right? And the nested loop, we will see it, because let's say we want to say if and another if again. So we are doing a nested loop or anything. You use indentation, right? So then comment, I've talked about this comments. The rest line is you can ignore documentations during development, this. So these are comments which I was talking about, right? Assignment. Binding a variable in Python means setting a name to hold a reference to some objects. So this is I've just given you the simple explanation of this, which is variables are what? Holders. They hold a particular thing, right? Names in Python do not have intrinsic types. Objects have types, right? Python determines the type of reference based on the data object assigned to it. I think we made that explanation, which is what we are saying there too. You create a name the first time it appears on the left side of the assignment. So you can see S is equal to 3. So we are just giving that name X to that value 3. A reference is derivative via garbage collection after any names bound to it are passed out of scope. So what this one is saying is that, remember what happened there? We repeated A, but anytime it is out of scope, because A, the latest A now is what? Equals. It will take the last equals, right? It won't go and take, it will go and take when A was 20. No. So that's what that statement is telling you about. So the reference is deleted. The former ones are deleted. The new one is what you have. Accessing not existent names. So if you try to access a name before it's been properly created by placing it on the left side, you get an error. So you can see why. So to tell you, you're just saying why. You didn't assign anything to y, right? It will throw an error. So that's what I say. So for every variable, you have to assign something. I can't just say z and then say enter and then say print z. You can see name z is not defined. So you didn't tell me what z is supposed to do. These guys, are you following? So that's what that is saying. So you have to assign a value, right? So and then yes, I've not talked about this multiple assignments. So in Python, you can do multiple assignments. So you can do ABC. So I can say, instead of just having A is equal to, instead of having A is 3, B is 4, and C is 7, for example. And you know I can say print A, B, C. All right, instead of just doing this, I can also say A, comma B, comma C is equal to what? 3, 5, 7. So I'm doing multiple assignment, right? And I can also say print what? A, comma B, comma C, which is to give me my answer, right? You can see. So we can do multiple assignment as well in Python. It is very much allowed. It is very much what? Allowed. Guys, are you with me? Is Python getting interesting to us? You can see it's simple, Abi. Eh?
I like it.
You like it? You like it?
The thing has a flow. That's why I like it.
Yeah. It has, and it's interesting. You know, when you do things like this and you're successful, wow! And it's saying we call it wrong. You know, it's that sweetness. What about Joe? You can see it's simple. So Python is very simple.
Hope it will be simple to you.
That I don't know, but I believe it's simple.
Okay.
So these are the naming rules I was talking about the other time. You can see names are case sensitive and cannot start with a number. That's another one. Didn't mention that. They can contain letters, numbers, and underscores. You can see Bob. You can see _2 _Bob _. But you cannot start with a number. You can't say 2 Bob. And you cannot say 4 Bob or 10 Bob. You cannot start with. So I can't. Then, okay, you can even, I think you can even start with underscore, but just ensure that the underscore is not reserved names. So because we have reserved names like underscore name, you cannot use this. If I use this now to print underscore name. I think underscore name is reserved. Okay, it's not reserved. Zip file. This class, but this one is not reserved. So, and then we have some reserved words. So you can, so all this, anything like this is acceptable. Bob, capital B, underscore Bob, _2 _Bob, 2 _Bob, but you can't say, you can't start with what? Number. You cannot start with number, and you cannot use any of these guys as variable. You cannot use class, you cannot use continue, def, delete, elif, s, except, execute, finally, for, from, global, if, import, all these things, you cannot use them because they are reserved words in what? In Python. All right. Understanding reference semantics, s equal to y, make reference. So you can see, so what we are saying here is it does not make a copy of the object y reference. If you say s is y and let's go to y, so it will take the last value. Very useful, but our example A is now references the list 1, 2, 3. B is equal to A dot append for print B. All right. So I wouldn't want us to, before we go into this now, understanding reference semantics, integer. I've explained all these ones like this. But for this, let me see. A is 1, 2, 3, B is equal to A. So I'm saying A is, so what this is saying is that you can, for example, let me give it as an example. You can say A is 10. And B is equal to A, and C is equal to B. So if I say print C, it still give me what? It will still bring me what? 10. That's what this is saying. So that as you are reassigning, it's reassigning to the last value. A is 10. And we said now B is equal to A, so meaning B is also 10. And C is also equal to B, so meaning C is also what? That meaning C is also B. So meaning B is which is how do I say it now? A is 10, Abi. B is equal to A. So B and A, they are the same thing. So B is also 10. C is equal to B. Remember, B now is 10. So C is also 10. So it's just a continual referencing. That's what this statement is telling us here. So A here is 1, 2, 3. And B is equal to A. So meaning B is now what? Also 1, 2, 3. So if I'm appending 4 to A, it's still what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll talk about append and all that. That's the next thing we want to talk about now. Now, okay, I think I've talked about this. Name S is created, first integer, the types and all that. So this is just explaining every integer where it goes to in your what's it called? Let me see how many minutes do you have left. Okay, so I want us to go to that hour before we close for the day. Type integer. This is just telling you how Python, what is happening at the back end to Python. So when we say A is equal to 3, Python will say, okay, I've now seen, okay, go and register a variable A in Python background. It's just, so don't bother yourself too much with too much of those Englishes. So I just want us to do like 1 or 2 practices from there. Let me copy this, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. Okay, so so this first one is saying, given 2 integers, return their product. So who will share screen now? Okay, Michael, share your screen. We want to tackle this question now. Given 2 integer numbers, return their product. Only if the product is greater. Only if the product is greater than 1,000. S, return their sum.
No access.
No access. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming. Okay, so you now have access now.
Okay, sir. I'm coming, sir. Okay. Sure. I'll share, sir.
Okay. Wait too. Okay, yeah, great. So give me control.
Okay, how do I do that, sir?
Okay, I'm coming. So I'm going to request control now. Just grant control. Can we all see his screen? Can we all see his screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we want to answer that question. But before we answer that question, let me quickly introduce the if statement, right? So let's do if statement. One small if statement. If A, so the loop is, let's say if A is 3. So I can first of all declare A. Remember, let's say A is what? A is equal to 10. Now, if A, so I can now say if A is the same thing, remember our double equal to, if A is the same thing as 3, you now put at the end of it semicolon. Now, when I put enter now, Python will automatically put an indentation. You can see that there is a space. It's not starting from where I started for if. It's moved forward. That's what we call indentation, because we are talking about the same thing. It's just like in Python. If, so it's just like we are in one bracket. So that's why it's putting that indentation. So if A is the same thing, remember this double equal to means is the same thing. If A is the same thing as 3, then send print, I can say a string, correct. So just the same thing. Remember, I can go back and say else. If I still want to do something, so I can do a loop, right? I can say else if. So there is else if. So it's not else if, so LIF. Hell if. L if. So L if means else if. So it's just like when you are doing in Excel. If, remember, you open your brackets, A is equal to 3, comma, say 10. If not, you say 2 or something, anything you want it to be. But if you still want to continue, remember, you now say if again, you do a loop. So that is this L if. So L if A is the same thing as 12. The same thing, semicolon, print correct. So if I want to stop the loop now, I can say S. I can now write S. So if any of these ones are not correct, because if any of this is not correct, else, I can now do an else statement. Else, I don't need to declare anything. I can also declare anything. Else, print. Where's the next line? Else, print. What is saying mad? Who is saying mad? Dre, I just heard you say mad or what? So S, print no answer is correct. So what we've just done here is we've declared the variable A is equal to 10. First thing is check if A is 3. If A is same as 3, it is what? Say correct. Let me change this and make it not be the same thing. L, if A is the same thing as 12, say what? Print corrected. If none of those above 2 is correct, then say no answer is what? Correct. Now, this is an if statement. This is how it works. So what do you expect this query now, or this code, this code to print out?
No answer is correct.
Great, thank you. So it will say no answer is what? Correct, because A is not the same thing as 3 and A is not the same thing as what? 12. So if you run this now, you say no answer is what? Correct. So this is just if statement. That's the same thing we apply to this our question now. Okay, you can stop sharing. Let me,
Okay.
yeah. I just wanted to run something for your hand just to show some, yeah. Because you have, so let's go back to our question. So this question is saying,
No, sir.
given two integer numbers, return their product only if the product is greater than 1000, else return their sum. So these are the two integers numbers, number 1 and 2. Number 1, so what's this? Okay, giving two integer numbers, return their product if the product is greater than 1000. So if the product is greater than 1000, return their product. But if it is not, return their sum. So we'll declare two variables now. A is what? Let's say 30. B, let's remove identity. B is 20. No, let's B is 30. Let's do A is 10. So we've declared the 2. This question is now saying, check if we multiply the 2 and their product is greater than 1,000, then return their product. If it is not, then return their sum. So what we are saying, we just say if A times B is, remember, we didn't talk about like these operators. Arithmetic okay, I didn't mention it when we were talking about arithmetic operators. So it's greater than, it's just normal greater than sign. If it is if A times B is greater than 1,000 from the question, Abi, what is this saying we should print? We should print. Are you following, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Are you following, guys?
yes.
So if
Yes,
so, let's go out to the question. It says return to giving 2 integers, which are A and B, which I just said now. Return their products if the product is greater than what? 1,000. So if the product is greater than 1,000, return their products. Okay, let's even do this one go so that we are not changing anything. 20. So return their product if it is greater than 1,000. But if it is not greater than 1,000, then return their what? Their sum. Straight as ABC. So we just have 2 given. So we just use this one first. So if it is greater than 1,000, return this. Else. Remember, we don't need L if here because it's just 2 conditions. It's either it's greater than 1,000, we have less than 10 minutes and we have to finish. It's either it's greater than 1,000 or is what? Less than. If it is less than 1,000, then we call return what? So S, if it is less than 1,000, what is this supposed? Are we supposed to print? Print what? A plus return their sum. That's all. Simple query. Let me scroll down. So let's run this. You can see what is it printing? It's doing their what? Their sum. Why? Because A times B is not greater than 1,000 B. So it will have to print A plus B. But if to say it is greater than 1,000, let's say we change this A now to 50, it will bring, what will you have bring now? Hello guys, what will this print now?
You print 1,000.
No, it won't print 1,000.
Okay.
So if A times B is to print 1,500 now. So we said if A times B is greater than 1,000, then print A times B. S print. So in this case, 1,005 is the product of A times B is greater than 1,000. So it will print 1,500. So if we run that code again, you can see it's now printing 1,500. This is a straightforward if statement. So I will want us to draw the curtain there, but before that, let me give us a task just for 2 minutes, right? So giving 2 numbers, print return, let me just say return their, okay, let me say if the division of the first number by the second has remainder 1, then print correct. Else print wrong. So can we try this? Can you see that statement? Okay, I
Yes,
think
sir.
yeah.
But you not give us the number.
Eh?
I said you're not giving us the number.
Just use any number. Just
Okay.
okay. Use the division of two numbers here. Yeah, just use a number.
Okay.
I
Or
declare
let me
A.
give you two numbers. Let me give you the two numbers.
Okay.
9, 9 and 2. Oh no. Let me change it. 11 and 2. All right. So let's try this out. We have 2 minutes. As we are doing that, I'll be sending maybe 2 videos this week. I will try, right, so that we can move very fast. All right, like 2 videos so that we can cover the basics, and by weekend we can maybe start talking about the libraries.
Okay.
Should I see, as you see the display that question, are we?
Yes.
So I will share this with us as well. This Excel file. I hope you've gained something today.
Again a lot too.
Great.
Again,
Michael, did you learn any new thing from your last class?
Yes, sir. I think yes.
Eh?
I think yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So as Dre also installed Python.
Actually, I used to have this thing for PyCharm, the software.
Okay,
I will
PyCharm.
check my
You can, if you have PyCharm, you can also run it there. Okay, let's even run through your own installation. As people are doing it, John, what's his name?
Boss.
Joe.
Okay.
Share your screen. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to share the screen. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
All
So,
right.
okay.
So you said I should run this like this, yeah?
So you've installed Python now. So go to your go to
I should give the
your
same.
search bar now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving you control.
Okay. I can't see the whole of your screen. I'm just seeing. I can't see the down part, the navigation part. Where I minimize that screen, bring it down a bit. You've enlarged it, I think. Or you just type CMD in your search bar.
CMD.
Yes, I can see your screen, but it's just showing the notepad. I should be seeing other things now.
Yeah, I minimize them.
Okay, let me just see your main screen.
Like the desktop.
The desktop, yeah.
Like this.
I still can't see anything. Or is it network?
Okay, now
Yes, but close this guy. Close this notepad. Or minimize it or something.
yeah, I've done that.
I'm still seeing that notepad on my screen.
Okay.
Or is it network?
No, it's not network. If I minimize it, it's going to it will stop sharing.
Okay, maybe because of. Don't worry, just follow my step. If you have any, and I still want to answer some of your questions. Maybe. Okay, let me give up control. Give up control. Stop
Huh?
sharing. Stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Okay.
Michael, so just try what I just explained on how you can install.
I'll
But
do
it's
that.
quite straightforward. Michael, any answer?
I want to see the question again, sir.
You not seen the question. Time out on this after 10.
Oh, less than 1 minute. Correct.
So it's even less than 1 minute. So just try that and send your solution to me tomorrow. Because it's always
Okay.
send your solution to me. Let me see. Just screenshot it and send it on WhatsApp. Yeah.
I'll do that.
So I will send the notes, I will send some assignments for us to also play with. Right. So then your question, maybe I will have to answer it. Beat me around 8 tomorrow morning. So I will have your question. Yeah.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah. So I wouldn't want us to go beyond 3 videos. Right.
Okay, sir.
Good night. So you get the files and every other thing.